Hi, hi. Thank you for joining me. I am excited to bring you this analysis on Ripple. I told you, I said Ripple is going to $1 in 21st quarter of 2021. So if you've been following me, this journey has been on. And like you can see right here, even after the first breakout on daily chart, the first breakout, we had a retest, right, back to that same zero point 0.2 zone. That is a very strong support, and we see another bounce. Why the bulls changed the market structure? Because before now we had all bear market structure all the way down, giving us lower lows. But you see, the bulls are beginning to change things around as we begin to see higher lows, and not just higher lows, we're also beginning to see higher highs. So the last high is the same area of resistance, very important area of the resistance, and that is the zero point 0.7 zone all the way to zero point 0.8 zone. Now this is a very tough resistance area for SRP. Why? Countless time it has come to this resistance and the bulls has been completely defeated, and you can see each time the reaction is pretty bad. You can see the last time, if I scroll back, you see the last time that price came there, here it was instantly rejected. Even after crossing above it, price was instantly pulled back on a stretch downward move. The same thing happened right here, right? This zone is like a tough nut crack, and the bulls needs to crack this zone, right? So this has been going on, and this is their third attempt on the same zone, and you can see obviously the same thing played out. Now this is the fourth attempt. Now this fourth attempt, we can see a lot of pressure going up, right? So we don't see bulls trying to run like they did here, like they did also here, right? Here. Even though they pull up, they still fall down. So the question is, will the same thing that happened here, and here repeat itself? Will price, as price has retreated back, it found some support around the 0.34 zone, and now it is going back to the same resistance. Now this middle resistance is not longer a challenge, right? This one right here is no longer a challenge. The major challenge is this one right here, right? This purple area, not the red area, because it can easily move above the red area just like it did before. Now the question is, will it make it up to that zero point 0.8 area? And if it does, will it break it this time around? Like this move going up now, will it break it? My answer is completely yes. SRP is going to destroy the zero point 0.8 zone this time around. Now the bulls have made attempt, the first, the second, the third, the fourth. Now this attempt is not going down, and you can see the move we're having here. We're having clear three white soldiers, right? We're having it right here, right? Right here, right? These three white soldiers are going to push bull all the way up, right? Bulls are going to make it above this resistance. So if price makes that move, you know SRP how it runs. The volatility is always very, very strong. So right, so we could have a move like this move to the sky, right? Another one to the sky. The flight ticket of SRP is as fast as the wind, that if you don't get in on time, you're going to miss the entire flight. So make sure you don't miss the entire flight this time around, because this time around we are taking and we are moving with SRP all the way to $1. In fact, I see 1.8 coming. I see 1.8, and I won't be surprised if $2 is cleared, because one thing is that once this resistance at 0.8 is cleared, it's going to be a wayward movement. It's going to be a non-stop fly, and only God knows where SRP is going to stop in this race. Why? Because why? All coin are clearing all-time high, right? And SRP is not going to be an exception. Let me show you why I say SRP is not going to be an exception. Just clearing the all-time high like Bitcoin has done, Ethereum has done, and other many altcoins are doing. If I go to the weekly chart, you see SRP getting interesting. So what was SRP all-time high, right? So the last SRP all-time high is around the zero point 0.5 zone, right? So this time around, we are having the inverse head and shoulder, right? So you have the the left shoulder here, we have the head here, yes, and we have the right shoulder right here. Now this is a um price action pattern, right? And this is a very strong price action because why? The neckline, the neckline of this inverse head and shoulder is going to be laying somewhere around this zero point 0.8 zone, right? So we are going to have another measured move of the part that formed the inverse head and shoulder. That is this move down, right? We're going to have this measured move flipping to the upside from the so if I put it, you see it, that is 0.15, right? 1.5, not 0.15, pardon me, 1.5 measured move. So if you see, once we break this neckline of this purple line right here, this is where the neckline is, right? So the neckline is where the major strong resistance is lying, right? So that is where the neckline is on SRP. Once this neckline is cleared by the bulls, you can see the countless attempts. That is why it's the neckline. You can see this attempt right here. You can see another attempt right here, another attempt right here. So we had like 4 attempts. If this is clear, then it's going to be a wayward movement. I'm telling you because I don't want you to miss it. SRP is not a coin that waits for you to get ready. It's that coin that once one candle starts, is going to take it at least $1. Pew! That kind of move. Look at this move. Just look at this move that took place in the past. This is one of the reasons people call SRP cheat sheet coin, because why? The pump goes like a rocket right? Look at this previous pump here. It started from zero point 0.4 and all the way to 0 point all the way to 1.5. That is a $1 move in one candle. That's an SRP move for you. Now look at this particular one right here. You see this bull candle started from 0.2 all the way from 0.7. That's a 0.5 cent move on SRP in one candle. So imagine what will happen if after so long of being pressed down and compressed in one area, price finally makes its way above the area where it has always been suppressed. It's going to be, I'm like a bird, I want to fly away. It's going to just blow off. That is what I'm saying. SRP is about to blow off, and this is about to just begin after this analysis. So watch the move that is coming to SRP, because the next target from this current zero point 0.5 zone is going to be 0.8 zone, right? 0.8 zone is going to be a battle. It's not going to be an easy ride. Trust me, it's not going to be an easy ride for SRP. It is not going to be any easy for SRP. But when this ride starts, trust me that the bulls are not going to take it easy, right? So if it moves as price moves, let's go to 4 hours chart, and then I can give you an in-depth view of what I am talking about, right? So if I zoom in to my 4 hours chart, you see this zone, right? So once we escape this red line, like I said, the red line is not going to be much of a challenge. Why? Because of the way they entered it, right? So you see the bulls crawled into the resistance area, and likely we're going to explode to 1.8 to 1.7 to 1.8 resistance. This area of resistance, right? So once we get there, it is going to be more of like this move, right? So they are not going to blow straight road, right? So they are going to move this way, right? Once they get to it, they start reacting, they will start going again. It's going to be a gradual move in, right? A sideways move in, but price will be making higher lows as it's going in, and it's going to be pulled back, then it's going to make it above it, then we're going to have a short squeeze, because some people are going to keep shorting this resistance, because in the past this area has been area that has frustrated SRP Ripple for so long. So definitely some traders are going to short once price gets to this area. That is why we're going to see price start making this sideways move, because as they are trying to short, buyers, price will keep finding buyers as it goes. So you short, it get bought back. You short, it gets bought back. So you're going to see price pushing its way up, right? You're going to see buyers pushing their way up. That's what we're going to see here. Buyers are going to be pushing their way up, and before you know it, we're going to have what is called short squeeze. All those people who have been shorting SRP and are still in trade on short are going to get blown out, as the explosion likely going to happen here is going to be a strong explosion. So it's going to be explode to $1, 1.5, and once it gets to 1.5, we're going to get a reaction on 1.5 because of the all-time high the last time on the weekly chart. So the all-time high, like I said, is on 1.5. So once we get to that 1.5, we're going to start having some move. But once the breakout happened, there will be a retest, like a pullback. Once the breakout of 0.8 happened, there will be a pullback to retest it, the breakout, and turn the resistance into support before price. So once So what I mean is this. So once there is a breakout, price won't go on a sprint, right? Price is likely going to sprint a little and then come back to retest and move way up, because there's always a retest. If you pay close attention, you see that when price broke here, there was a retest, then it come back, it broke this resistance this time around, it broke above it, then there was also a retest, it came back again. Even as price came back, it broke this resistance again, this one here, it broke it, and now it has come back, and now it's about to start going, right? So that is exactly what we're going to see on SRP. We're going to see SRP bulls blowing up 1.5. So I won't be shocked when I see $2, but my target is actually 1.8. 1.8. That's my target on SRP. And trust me, this begins now. So if you've not bought SRP, you still have a chance to get in and hold that back. But remember, this is no financial advice. Make sure you do your own research before jumping into anything. I am Makaveli Trader. If you've not subscribed, do subscribe. I will keep you updated on SRP and what is coming. Thank you for watching.